Welcome, Irish baseball fans. We got playoff baseball here today. This is a wildcard playoff series between the Ashbourne Giants and Cork Renegades. We're here at the International Baseball Centre in Ashbourne, County Meath. And we're just about ready to go. This is a double header format today. First up is James Kelly, the center fielder for the Renegades. And first pitch to him, a called strike. Defensively for the Giants today in left field, Miguel Asensao, Asahi Narazaki, the center fielder, Liam Tanneman right. That one misses for a ball high. Damian Pruskovsky is the third baseman, David Lynn at short, Jaden Quo, the second baseman, David Casey over at first. Behind the dishes, Keane Fowler and Noah Pinto is on the mound. And swing and a miss there for strike two. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kelly. These two teams faced off last week in the final game of the regular season, and the Giants took the win. As that one misses high from Pinto, evens up the count at 2-2. And high again there, takes it full. And that one fell back to the screen, so we'll do it again. Pinto, as a youth pitcher, is on a pitch count, so doesn't really want to be going so deep in these counts. As that one misses high and in for a 7-pitch walk to Kelly, and the Renegades have their first base runner. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Bow. And first pitch to Bow hits him high on the shoulder, and that one's going to leave a mark. So he's going to go to first base on the hit by pitch, and some early trouble here for Pinto with 2 runners on and nobody out. Looks like he's okay to continue. So he takes his spot at first base, and that's going to bring up Marcus Sibilano, the catcher. Sibilano shows bunt and takes a pitch at the top of the zone for a called strike. Not sure he was overjoyed with the call. And no doubt about that one, that's right down Broadway. So Sibilano in an 0-2 hole here. Pinto goes to that nasty hook of his for the first time, but misses outside. Not tempting in the end, it was too far out. Good setup pitch for the high cheese there and gets him swinging. So that is the first out now as Cibilano goes down swinging. That's going to bring up the shortstop roamer Pompa. Kelly the runner at second base, Bow at first. That's the first pitch in there for a called strike.
That's mine. Mine. Look at play. Sorry, man.
And this one lifted high and back. Fowler chasing it. He's going to run out of room as that ball goes out of play. But Pinto doing a good job to work ahead again. 0-2 count now on Pompa. Breaking ball way high. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. If he wants that breaking ball to be effective, he needs to get it close to the zone. And this one hard hit over to short. Tough play on the backhand by Lynn. Fires to Quo at second. Over to first. And they turn the double play. So Pinto having to deal with some traffic there early on the bases due to some early command issues, but he settles down nicely and gets out of it with no damage. We go to the bottom of the first, 0-0. We go to the bottom of the first now, 0-0. Giants send up the pitcher Noah Pinto to lead off for them. Defensively for the Renegades in left, Chris Ryan, James Kelly the centre fielder, Chris Bennett over in right, Anthony McCarthy the third baseman, Romer Pompa at shortstop, Joseph Seifly the third baseman, and Kevin Bryant at first. Behind the plate is Marco Sibilano and Kai Bao on the mound. And breaking ball there gets the called strike to even it up at 1-1 on Pinto. As this one's grounded hard up the middle, gets past Bao and into center field. So lead-off single for the Giants, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Miguel Asensao. There goes Pinto first pitch. That's way high and inside. Going to be a tough throw for the catcher. No chance there to get Pinto. So he's in with the stolen base. So runner in scoring position early here for the Giants. As that one misses way wide.
Base running.
And runner goes again. Called strike there. And Sibilano couldn't get a grip on that one, so over to third with another stolen base goes Pinto. There's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Asensao. Infield is playing back with the exception of third base. So ground ball should be enough to score Pinto as that one misses high and in. So 3-1 now. Good hitters count for Asensao. As he takes that one high, pretty close, but just above the zone. So Bao having to deal with some traffic on the bases here early. Also, as the Giants now have first and third for the catcher Cian Fowler.
Easy. Drop. Beautiful. I can't swim this way now, kid.
First pitch in the dirt, runner goes. It's not going to be a throw. It's 2 runners in scoring position now for Fowler, with Pinto at third and Asensao at second.
That's a big lead take right there.
Breaking ball way wide. So Fowler ahead now 2-0. That one missing way wide again. It's like Bao doesn't want any part of Fowler. But with David Lynn on deck, it doesn't get any easier. That one misses up high, so 4 straight, and Fowler's aboard to load him up for David Lynn. Last week, Lynn hit 2 triples and a double in the game against the Cork team, and he now has bases loaded with nobody out. And that one in there on the inside corner. Lynn takes it for a strike. Probably not his pitch to hit. And that one drops down and away to even it up at 1-1. Something in the outfield here should be sufficient to score a run if it has any depth. That one comes in high. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Lynn. And way outside again, missing. So Bow getting in quite a hole here. There's nowhere to put Lynn with the bases loaded. He's just issued 2 walks back to back after giving up a single to Pinto. But he gets a swing and a miss there from Lynn. Bit ahead of that pitch. So that's going to run the count full. And that one misses, so Lynn is going to be aboard. So that's 3 consecutive walks issued by Kai Bao. And that's going to bring Pinto into score from third base. So first blood to the Giants as they now lead 1-0. And the bases are still loaded with no outs. The second baseman, Jaden Quo, coming up to bat. Giants with some young players on the field today. Quo, just 14 years old. 15, just 15. He shows bunt, but takes a called strike. And throw down to first, but that gets over the first baseman's head and is going to go into right field. And that is going to score 1. It's going to score 2. And all the way around to third goes Lynn. It's 1-1 now, they count on Quo, and a 3-0 lead. And Quo lifts this one out into left field. Only medium deep, but it's going to be deep enough for Lynn to score off the sacrifice fly. So that puts the Giants' lead up to 4. So center fielder Asahi Narazaki coming to the plate now. Base is now clear. So the Giants have put 4 across. one missing in for ball one.
Good eye, good eye.
And that one down, so falling behind now, 2-0. And that one also missing. So continuing to struggle here is Bow with the 3-0 count to Narazaki. And that is a called strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike now. And that one also misses, so that's the 4th walk given up this inning by Bow. It's going to bring up the 3rd baseman, Damian Pruskowski. And he shows bunt, but takes it back. Don't think there's any intent there, and it's a called strike.
Hey, Dave, how are you? Good to see you too. Yeah, I'm doing good. Great try, Marco.
A stolen base there for Narazaki. The pitch missed, so 1 ball, 1 strike now the count on Pruskowski. Runner in scoring position again, still with just 1 out on the sacrifice fly from Jaden Quo. As this one's lifted fairly deep in the left, but right at the left fielder Chris Ryan, who makes the catch, so that is the 2nd out. As Narazaki has to retreat to 2nd base, and that's going to bring up the right fielder Liam Tanner. That first pitch to Tanner, missing high and away. Ball 1. And this time had Narazaki leaning, but throw goes into center field, but he's going to hold his ground at 2nd.
He's coming at you here. Only when it's good now they roll.
And this one in for a called strike. Evens it up at 1-1.
Only when it's good now they roll.
This one misses in, almost got a piece of Tanner, but just turned out of the way. And runner going to 3rd, and he's going to be thrown out. So that is the 3rd out of the inning, but the Giants put up 4. So at the end of the 1st, they lead it 4-0. We go to the 2nd. We go to the second inning now. Giants leading it 4-0. Kevin Bryant, the first baseman, is going to lead it off for the Renegades, and Noah Pinto going back to work on the mound for the Giants. Having a little trouble in the first inning, but managed to settle down, and they cleaned it up with a nicely turned double play to get out of the inning. First pitch to Bryant misses. That one just inside, doesn't get the call from plate umpire Colin Mansfield. I think Fowler wanted that one. And no doubt there, stuffs that fastball in there. Max fastball foul back, evens it up at 2-2. Pinto sitting about 75 on the fastball today. And that one just got out of his hand there. Breaking ball, but way, way high. And comes back with a fastball, freezes Bryant, and gets the call. So he's down looking for the first out. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, McCarthy. And Pinto starts him off with a fastball again for a called strike. And that one in there again. He's living at the knees here quite nicely. 0-2 the count at McCarthy now. And goes a little lower with that one. McCarthy doesn't bite. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count.
You're losing it.
He changes the eye level. That time goes up and it's fouled back and out of play. So the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Close to breaking ball, and it's up high. So having trouble throwing that pitch for a strike today. Goes back to the fastball. McCarthy just spoils it there, sticking the bat out and fouling it back. So the count remains at 2-2. And fouls straight back again. So McCarthy being a bit of a pest here and burning pitches on Pinto. He, as a 17-year-old, he has a 95 pitch limit.
Come on, man.
Goes back to breaking ball. looked pretty good, but doesn't get the call. Fowler not too happy, inquiring where that was. Colin Mansfield says a little bit up. So the count goes full. And he misses high, so that's a very expensive at-bat on McCarthy there. A 9-pitch walk issued by Pinto. So he's going to face the left fielder, Chris Ryan, with the runner on first and one away. Oh, Ryan slightly late on that one, fouls it off to the first base side. First strike one. Goes right on him again, and the same result. So 0-2 now. Pinto is ahead on Ryan. He sticks with the fastball. This one fouled up and out of play. Count remains at 2 strikes. Oh, and drops the hammer on him there. Good night. Swing and a miss for the second out. Pinto has a very good curveball when he locates it. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Cy Flat. And first offering to him, just missing high and in. And quick check over there at first base, but not much of a lead by McCarthy. So he's back in there safely. And next offering, swing and a miss there. Pitch probably was borderline high, but it evens up the count at 1-1. And he climbs the ladder a little higher there and gets the swing again. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The count on Cy Flat. Sticks with the fastball, but is fouled straight back. So the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see if he goes back to that curveball here. And he does, and gets the swing. Fowler can't hold it, but makes the tag, so that will do it for the Renegades in the third, or in the second rather, as Pinto strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the second, still 4-0 Giants. Go to the bottom of the second now, and the right fielder Liam Tannum will resume his at bat from last time as the third out of the inning in the first was recorded on the bases.
Hi, boy.
First offering to Tannum way wide.
Hi, boy. Come on, man. Give it now. All right, you see me now, then.
One in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count now on Tannum. One misses down and away. Bit of a rough inning for the Renegades in the first, as Bow had to throw 33 pitches. And now it goes to 3-1 on Tannum. And that one in there for a called strike. So count runs full on Tannum. And payoff pitch misses down and in, so Tannum is aboard. Known for having a bit of speed, Tannum, so not a man you really want to walk as the leadoff hitter. But nevertheless, he's aboard, and that brings up the first baseman, David Casey.
What are we doing?
And there goes Tannum, but did not get a good jump. Here's the throw, and it's on the money, and they have got him. So Tannum caught stealing for the first out of the inning.
She-hawk right there. Don't throw him that pitch again.
All right, breaking ball, and Casey waves at that one. So he's in an 0-2 hole now.
Don't throw him that pitch again. Oh, hey. Don't roll that. Stay back. Throw that pitch.
Oh, well, that's one way to get yourself out of an 0-2 hole, as he almost gets hit in the face with that one, but takes it in the shoulder. So he takes his spot at first base, and we go back to the top of the order here. Noah Pinto, who singled in the first to start the game for the Giants. First offering to him just misses on the inside corner. Pretty good looking pitch, but does not get the call. As that one also misses on the inside. So Bow falling behind, 2-0. And that one just catches the bottom of the zone there. 2 balls and 1 strike on Pinto. And he squirts this one just past the pitcher over towards second base. Not going to be an easy play. Thinks about second, and he's not going to have time to get the speedy Pinto at first. So he's aboard with an infield hit, and there are two runners aboard. Seemed to be some discussion here. I wonder if field umpire Patrick Fleming called an interference on David Casey, who ran in front of the second baseman, Joseph Syfly, there on his way to second. I have a feeling they would not be discussing it unless he called him out. And looks like he did call him out for interference. So that will be the second out. Pinto is still credited with a single, as Casey is out by rule. Interference. So it's going to bring up Miguel Asensao. Drew a walk and scored his first time up in the first inning. Runner on first now is Pinto. And there's 2 away. Pinto goes on the pitch, which misses high and in. He's going to be in there with the stolen base. So a runner in scoring position again now for the Giants. This next pitch misses outside down the chalk line. So 2 balls and no strikes now on Asensao. And he floats that one in for a called strike. The breaking ball fouled back to the screen there. So 2 balls and 2 strikes the count now on Asensao. And this one grounded over to third, and the throw offline. Pinto does not hesitate to come around and score because the catcher actually had gone up to first to cover first base, which the runner on second is not advisable, because that's exactly what can happen. The Giants now lead it 5-0. So it's going to bring up the catcher Keane Fowler, who also walked and scored in the first inning. So he has Asensao as the runner on first base with 2 away. As he takes the first pitch there for a ball. Shown bunt these last 2 pitches, but had a feeling it was to cover for the base runner, stealing second, but he hasn't gone. Field umpire Patrick Fleming is going to change out the ball here because Bow has been going to his mouth and directly to the baseball without first wiping off. Two balls and no strikes to count on Fowler. Pitch way high and in. In 7 pitches, Fowler has not had one to swing at so far, as the count goes to 3-0 on him again. And that one also misses, so he's so far taken 2 walks on 8 straight pitches. And it's going to bring up David Lynn now with the runner in scoring position, Miguel Asensao. Fowler goes up to first. Lynn also walked and scored in the first inning. Pretty healthy lead at second base with Asensao. And the first offering to Lynn misses up high.
Good job, guys. Good job.
The shortstop breaks behind Lynn. They turn and throw. Throws offline. Wouldn't have had him anyway. And they're just trying to shorten him up a little bit. And that one just misses inside. I think they wanted that call. That was very close. 2-0 the count now on Lynn. Someone goes to the backstop and runners will advance on the wild pitch. And the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes on David Lynn. One of the 2 outs, you may have the green light here. 2 runners in scoring position. No, he takes it with the base open. That does no damage except to load them up for Jaden Quo, who scored a run last inning on a sacrifice fly. And he's taking all the way for a called strike there. Next offering misses outside. Evens it up at 1-1. And he rolls over on this one, straight over to Kevin Bryant at first, so he's going to take care of it himself. And the Giants are retired, but not before they put up one more, and they lead it 5-0 after 2. We go to the third inning. John Megan, the extra hitter, coming up. Allowed to bat 10 in the lineup in this league. New rule introduced this year. Pinto still back to work for the Giants as he throws a fastball in for a called strike, his 41st pitch of the outing. And that one misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that one just missing on the outside. Both Pinto and Fowler wanted that call. And Pinto brings that one in an inch and gets the call this time. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. He stays with the hard stuff, gets a swing and a miss from Negan. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Chris Bennett, for his first at bat of the game. And Pinto not messing around, going right at these guys. They called strike there. And this one up and in, a little swing and a miss. So Bennett in an 0-2 hole here. Sticks with the hard stuff. Fowler certainly wanted that one. Does not get the call. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. And that one in there, swing and a miss. So second man down by the strikeout. And that's going to get us back to the top of the order with Kelly, who walked in the first inning after quite a bit of a battle, 7-pitch walk. He was left stranded out at second base. Chops that first one foul for strike one. And he goes to the hook and he chips this one off, gets a piece of Keane Fowler behind the plate there. But he's okay. And James Kelly in an 0-2 hole here. And high cheese, swing and a miss. Well, foul tipped into the glove, and for the second inning in a row, Pinto strikes out the side. And we will go to the bottom of the third, 5-0 Giants. Goes to the bottom of the third now. Giants leading at 5-0. And Narazaki, the center fielder, is going to be the leadoff hitter for the Giants. Bao still back to work for the Renegades. Grounded over to the shortstop, has to cover a little ground to get there. Narazaki hustling down the line, he's going to make it. So that's an infield hit. And it's going to bring up the third baseman. Truskowski flew out to left field to end the first inning.
Second inning, I just there were too many foul balls. I needed more. Are you gunning me? No. Oh. Second inning, I just threw. There were too many foul balls. I needed more full balls. Are you gunning me? No. Is that top or sitting?
That one just misses. So over the first, the runner is going. He's going to get over there. So Narazaki sneaks one there. And now in scoring position with nobody out. Truskowski smacks this one down the line just over the third baseman. That finds the grass in fair territory. Narazaki's going to score. He doesn't hesitate going around to second base. And he's in there with a stand-up double and an RBI. Giants extend their lead to 6-0, and up comes Liam Tannum, the right fielder. Drew a walk his first at bat, but ended up caught stealing out at second. As that pitch just misses on the inside. And that one misses up. It's 2 balls to Liam Tannum. And that one missing inside as well. A bit of arm side run. Two seam action on that pitch, striking it inside. Goes for a breaking ball and a 3-0 swing there. Actually, this looks like Connor Sims rather than Liam Tannum, so pinch hitter. Three balls and 1 strike now on Sims. And he takes that one high for ball 4. So Sims aboard at first, and Truskowski, the runner, at second base. And that brings up David Casey. That's hit by a pitch in his first at bat in the second inning. Called out on a controversial interference call on the bases in the second inning. It's Delivers high to Casey for ball one. And a swing and a miss, but that one gets by Civilano at the plate, so runners are going to advance on the pass ball. And a swing and a miss, but that one gets by Civilano at the plate, so this was a little low and outside, but should have been handled by the catcher. So 1-1 the count now on Casey, and two runners in scoring position with nobody out. Back to the wind-up. As Casey jumps on this one, yanks it foul of the third base bag. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that's there. That's the big league thing.
Misses down and away to Casey, evens it up at 2-2.
That's one. That's it.
He lines this one to third, and third baseman drops it, can't handle it, and he's not going to have a play. Everybody's safe. So bases loaded now for the top of the order, and Noah Pinto. Missing down and away, 2-0 the count on Pinto. Bases loaded, nobody out. And this one is smoked into left field for a base hit. Bit of a base running error here by Connor Sims, who didn't realize he was forced, and they're going to be able to throw him out at third base. But Pluskowski is going to score. Miguel Asencal, the batter now, with runners on first and second. And he rolls this one over to third. Going to be an easy out there on the force. So he's aboard on the fielder's choice, but that's the second out. So Pinto the runner at second now, Aston Sow at first as Keen Fowler the catcher comes up to bat. Fowler has walked twice, has yet to swing the bat this game. And that is the 9th straight ball he has seen today. And that one just missing up. And snap throw to first, Aston Sow just back. So 2 balls and no strikes on Fowler.
Down.
Runner goes on the pitch, throw down is not going to be in time, so Pinto swipes it, and then Aston Sow took off also for a second. So 2 runners in scoring position now, and a 3-ball count to Fowler. That one misses and is the 12th straight ball today to Keen Fowler, so he walks yet again and still has not swung the bat. So bases juiced now for David Lynn. There are 2 away here, Giants leading it 7-0. Pinto the runner at third, Aston Sow at second, Fowler at first. And this is going to precipitate a little chat here by the Renegades to get on the same page and how to deal with David Lynn. Okay, conference over, they have a plan. Let's see if it works.
Let go.
Okay, guys, the easiest one, yeah? It's 2 down, let's go.
Go for it, easy peasy. There you go. Go.
And first pitch to him, ooh, little swing and bunt. Pitcher's going to be able to handle it, and they're going to take the out at first, and no damage done. So I guess the plan worked, as the Giants are retired, but they now lead it 7-0 after 3. So we go to the fourth inning, and Pinto still out there at work on the mound for the Giants. He has thrown 52 pitches in this outing so far. I think they'll be running him out to his 95 pitch limit, as they're playing a double header here, and with a possible tiebreak format after that if they split it 1-1. Tiebreak format is effectively a third game, but it's operated on a sudden death principle. At the end of each inning, if anyone is ahead, the game is over, and both teams start each inning with the runner at second base. One attempted a bunt for a base hit, tipped foul.
Two more of those.
And that one, a called strike, well received by Fowler, because that pitch certainly looked low, and Bow definitely thought so. And now it changes the eye level by going up high, gets the swing and a miss. So another strikeout for Pinto. His 8th of the day in only 3 1/3 innings. That's going to bring up the catcher, Marco Cibilano. And first offering fouled straight back. Again, a nicely positioned fastball in the outside corner at the knees. This one lifted way high in the left field. Going over is Asensaw. He's not going to get there. Goes over him, but he manages to pick it quickly and fires it back into second base, amazingly holding Cibilano to a single. But the Renegades have a base runner, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Romer Pompa. Pompa shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitch was outside for ball 1. Shows bunt again and does put it down this time. Bruskowski was all over it, but chooses to go to first. Feel like he might have had a play at second there, but with a 7-run lead, he's not taking any chances and takes the out. So the sacrifice gets Cibilano over to second base. But there are now 2 outs. That's going to bring up Kevin Bryant, the first baseman. Bryant struck out looking in his first at bat to lead off the second inning. Put a courtesy runner in at second base to allow Cibilano, the catcher, to get dressed with 2 outs. So James Kelly, the runner, out there. And first pitch to Bryant, a high fastball. He swung right under it. Looks like an attractive pitch, but very good spin rate from Pinto, kind of holds it up there. And gives it to him again, and swing and a miss again. So 0-2 the count now on Bryant.
Wonderful.
And goes back to the hammer, drops it in there, called strike 3. Bryant felt it may have been a little high, but he's down, and so are the Renegades, and they leave a runner stranded at second base. And we go to the bottom of the fourth, still 7-0 Giants. So bottom of the fourth now, and Jaden Cole going to lead it off. He's 0 for 1 today, also has a sacrifice fly in the first. And first pitch to him is misses outside. And next offering just missing again, down and away. That two-seam action pulling it off the plate. Oh, that one thrown right behind him and back to the screen. So 3 balls and no strikes now on Quote. And 3-0 swing, and he lifts this one into center field. It's in the gap, a diving attempt, but ball finds the grass. So Quo is aboard with a single. That's going to bring up Narazaki, who walked in the first and had an infield single to the shortstop in the third. And the first offering is inside to Narazaki for ball 1. And quick check over to first base. Quo's back easily.
That's it.
And Narazaki lifts this one high down the left field line. Looks like it's going to stay fair, but the left fielder is under it. And Quo is going to have to hustle his way back to first base. As there's one away now. So that'll bring up Damian Pruskowski. Flew out to left in the first and hit a double in the third to score Narazaki from second. Runner goes on the pitch, which is high. The throw doesn't have no. Gets by the second baseman, and Quo is going to advance over to third base, and he's going to be in there safely. So runner on third now with one out. And then one ball, the count to Pruskowski. Just needs to drive a ball to the outfield here to score Quo. That one misses outside. Also missing, so falling behind is Bow 3-0. We'll see if Pruskowski has the green light here with the runner on third. Well, even if he did, that's not the pitch he could handle, so he takes the walk to first base. The runner's at the corners now. Quo on third, Pruskowski on first. That brings up Connor Sims. Sims walked in his first appearance in the third inning.
Be aware, Jaden, that's it.
There goes Pruskowski, pitches outside for a ball. It's cut off in the middle, but Quo wasn't going anywhere. So two runners in scoring position now for Sims. And he has a 1-0 count. This one down and in. It's 2 balls.
Hey, if it's there for you now, let's go, Connor. Damage, let's do some damage.
Floats a breaking ball in there for a called strike. 3-1 the count now on Sims. Bow about to throw his 100th pitch of the outing. As he goes over to third to try and get Quo, but he's back in there standing. That one misses outside, so that's going to load him up now for David Casey. Casey was hit by a pitch and then got aboard on an error by the third baseman. So the Brain Trust having another little chat out here at the mound, trying to decide if they're going to stick with Bow. Sounds like they will. So Quota runner at third, Praskovsky at second, Sims over at first. And there is one out. And that one very close. Guess that's missing on the inside according to Mansfield, but very close pitches.
Stay.
Gets away, but not far enough. As the runners are going to hold their ground. 3-0 the count now on David Casey. And nowhere to put him. So Bow is going to have to fight his way back here. And that's not going to do it as it misses on the outside. So Casey goes up to first base. Scoring from third is Quo. And advancing to third, Praskovsky, and to second is Sims. And we get back to the top of the order in Noah Pinto, who is having a day. He's 3 for 3 at the plate and also putting up an impressive pitching performance. And first pitch, he lifts out into center. It is going to be deep enough to score Praskovsky from third base. It is hauled in by Kelly in center, but that's an RBI on the sacrifice fly. So it brings up Miguel Asensao, who is 0 for 2 today, also with a walk, scored a run. He has runners on first and second now with 2 away. And first pitch to him misses high and in. Breaking ball just missed it and fouled it back. So 1-1 now the count. One delivered high for ball 2. Sims the runner at second, Casey at first. That one misses down and away. So 3 balls and 1 strike now the count on Asensao. And breaking ball floats in there for a called strike. So that runs the count full.
That's it, Miguel.
This one driven up the middle off the mound into center field. They're waving Sims around. And Casey didn't hesitate either, went round to third. Sims is going to score. And that is the 10th run now for the Giants. and Casey over to third base, and Asensao at first. That brings up Keane Fowler, the catcher. That one's not close. Now the 13th straight pitch that's been a ball to Keane Fowler today. And first pitch in the strike zone for him all day, and he takes a hack at it, but just tips it foul. That evens up the count at 1-1. That one missing way high again. And breaking ball, he dumps this one out into center field. It's going to drop in front of Kelly. Sad is going to score Casey from third as Fowler's aboard with an RBI single. He takes it now to an 11-0 lead for the Giants. It's going to bring up David Lynn now with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Lynn has walked twice and then was out on a comebacker to the pitcher. So last week he was hitting BBs all over the park for extra base hits and yet to hit a ball hard today. Just exchanging a courtesy runner there at first base with 2 outs to allow Keane Fowler, the catcher, to get dressed. Just a speed up rule. Giants have batted around in this inning. So the first pitch to Lynn is a called strike on the outside corner.
That's the one.
And this one lifted into the gap in left center. That's going to find the grass. They're waving around. Asensao is going to score. And around to third goes Casey, who's running for Fowler. And Lynn went around to second base on the throw, which went to third. So he will get a single and advanced on the throw. So it's going to bring up Jaden Quo, who also led off the inning for the Giants. First pitch to him is a ball. One also misses, so 2 balls. A little tempted by that one, but it drifts the outside. He's going to take first base on the base on balls. That's going to bring up Narazaki. Narazaki 1 for 2 today, also with a walk. Scored a run in the third. And first pitch to him, just missing on the outside corner. And that one quite high. Suspect Bow getting somewhat tired at this point.
Come on, 2-2, let's go.
Nick ball just chopped foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Asahi Narazaki. He has the bases loaded. Casey running for Fowler on third, Lynn on second.
Oh. Go!
This one drilled back to Bow, comes off his glove. He goes for the play at home but throws it to the backstop. Casey's going to score, Lynn is going to score. Around to third goes Quo as Narazaki is aboard. So 2 more runs come in for the Giants. They now lead 14-0.
You got me there, eh?
And that is going to precipitate a pitching change as Romer Pompa comes in to take over the pitching duties for about Here we're ready to go again. Romer Pumpa takes over the pitching duties from Kai Bao, who threw 125 pitches. So he is now out of the ball game as Elko comes in for him and takes over the catching duties. Damian Pruskovsky is going to be the batter. Pruskovsky is 1 for 2 today, also with a walk. Has scored twice. First pitch to him misses outside. Runner goes, and there's no throw on the pitch. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Pruskovsky.
That's it. That's beautiful. Open. That's it. Go.
He lifts this one deep in the left field. Going back as the left fielder. It's over his head. And that is going to score 2. Pruskovsky is going to keep going around, and he is going to make it into third base on the slide with a 2 RBI triple. So that extends the lead now to 16-0. And that is actually the ball game because of a 15-run mercy rule after 4 innings. So that is a walk-off for Damian Pruskovsky as the Giants take this first one 16-0. We'll be back shortly with the second game of the doubleheader.